I'm going to give you three movement-based tips and two mindset tips that can help you shift your whole aura. Hey everybody, what's up? This is episode 4 of the Burlesque Playbook. I'm going to talk about how to build undeniable stage presence. Stage presence is not magic. It's movement, energy, and how you take up space and the way you control the pacing in the room and the audience's experience. And yes, you can learn it. Yes, it does come more intuitively to some others than the rest of us, but we can still study, learn, apply, and get more captivating, more memorable, more dynamic, more powerful on stage, and that can help us get more bookings and just feel more inspired and fulfilled in our creative expression. Doesn't that sound like fun? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ginger Valentine. I'm a burlesque performer. I've been performing burlesque since before the iPhone was invented, and before that, I was a trained dancer. I went to a performing and visual arts high school for dance. I've been trained for a long time. I have seen burlesque performers with zero dance training absolutely have the entire room eating out of the palm of their hand, and I have seen technical proficient wizards leave a lot to be desired. Okay, so what does that tell us? It tells us that connection always, or almost always, trumps choreography and technical skill. I'm not saying choreography and technical skill aren't important. I'm not saying you shouldn't work on those things. I'm just saying presence is not necessarily about the move. And it's how you, specifically you, take up space. That's what's going to make you stand out from everybody else. The choices that you make that are unique to you, your own taste, your own style, your own personality. I'm going to give you three movement-based tips and two mindset tips that can help you shift your whole aura, and you can start using them today. Number 1, move like you mean it. Don't go through the motions, don't go through the moves, feel the moves, especially when you're doing traditional sensual burlesque. We can tell if you're just, oh, I'm feeling so, like, are you? We don't know. But if you're really tapped in, tuned in, really enjoying, man, we can feel that shift so much. One way to frame this is, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to do my act, do you like it? I hope you like it, is to say, I'm going to do my act and you may watch. Okay? It's like object versus subject. Okay? We are presenting. We're letting them in on our world. We're not saying like, oh, hey, do you like this? Is this what you want? Is this what you like? No, we already know what we're saying. We're not seeking validation. You may give us validation if you want, but that's not what we're seeking. We're seeking to share a message. Okay? That mindset shift works for me all the time. And I tell it to my clients all the time. Now I'm telling it to you. This also, just from a technical standpoint, because a lot of us do use some dance technique in burlesque, this is dancing through your fingertips, completing your moves, dancing clean. Everything is intentional. There's no stumbles, bumbles, or fumbles. Everything is exactly how we want it to be because we are in charge. That puts the audience at ease. Tip number 2, use angles, levels, and stillness. Okay, this is like the dynamics and diversity that I'm always looking for when I'm auditing an act, whether it's mine or somebody that I'm working with one-on-one. You don't want to do just duck hunt burlesque, which is just traveling side to side like that dog. Okay? You want to use the whole space if you can. Also, when it comes to being an actual working burlesque performer, you have to be really adaptable when it comes to that stuff because the stage is always changing. And sometimes we're in a theater and sometimes we're like on a go-go box. Sometimes there's no stage, right? We have to be pretty adaptable with how we're going to use all the angles, lines, and shapes. And I think performing in diverse scenarios can really help you develop more vocabulary of how to work a space and how you actually move within the space, not just what you're doing as part of your show, can be a really effective tip as well. Something as simple as just, turning to the back and looking at the audience over the shoulder, or taking, you don't even have to do floor work, but just like going to a mid-level or bending over, creating lines and shapes with your body and occupying the space in dynamic and different ways. You don't even have to change your choreography. You can just watch your video and be like, okay, maybe I could do this facing back, or maybe I could take this one static move and I could make it a traveling move, things like that. The third tip is one of those things that's kind of hard to grasp, but you know it when you see it, and that's like this idea of taking up space, of filling the room with your presence. We know it when we see it, but how do you do it? It definitely can be the way you carry yourself. Have you ever had an experience where, I don't know, maybe you wanted to be part of some team and that team has a uniform and you make it to the team and you put that uniform on and it's like, whoa, I feel different when I wear this uniform. Anybody have a uniform fetish out there? A uniform kink, maybe? Or maybe, you don't have that experience, but maybe, you get your hair blown out or you get it colored or cut or something. And when you have that transformation, like you carry yourself differently. You walk out of the salon like, oh my gosh, a totally different person. Those are examples of when we are filling the room. Now, we may not be intentionally filling the room, leaving the salon. May not be aware that we are, but you're carrying yourself different. You have more pep in your step, right? So how do we accomplish that? In a way that we can like tap into it and not like have to literally go to the salon before every show or whatever. It's the way you carry yourself. So this is kind of like a fake it kind of a thing. Like if you take the salon analogy, we leave, maybe our shoulders are back, where our head's a little bit higher. Well, we can just stand up taller and throw it back a little bit and keep our chin lifted. And that can help improve our stage presence just by the way we carry ourselves. I still to this day will look down on stage, and every time I see my videos and I'm looking down, I'm like, oh my God, Ginger, look out! Look out, look up, take up space, project. Okay, 3 bite-sized tips if you want to improve your stage presence no matter where you are in your burlesque career. Number 1, move like you mean it. Dance through your fingertips, take up space, feel the moves in your heart and soul. Don't just execute them with technical precision. Number 2, use angles, lines, and shapes. Get creative, remix your act a little bit, take something that's facing back, make it face front or vice versa, take something that was static and maybe make it a travel. And number 3, fill the room without moving. Okay, so it's not that we're just going to be still, but we're going to be still by the way we hold and carry ourselves, right? We're going to lift our chin, shoulders back, or maybe, we're doing like we're the Wicked Witch and that's our act. And so we're going to, be even witchy. I don't know. 2 mindset shifts to give your whole aura a boost. Okay. 1, I tapped into it already, but I need to say it. Stop performing for approval. You already approve. That's why you're performing. You're not, hoping that they like it. You like it. That's enough. You are letting people observe, letting people watch. You are blessing us with your presence. Okay, that's the attitude. We're not here to be liked. We're here to be felt. People come to burlesque shows and live entertainment for universal truths. They want to see themselves in you. No, maybe they wouldn't take off their clothes and twirl tassels on their boobs, but they want to imagine, oh, if I did it, I would be doing it like her. You know what I mean? Oh, if I did assholes, I would do it just like he did. That's what they want. They want to see themselves in us. And we have to do that unapologetically and full force so that we can show them, everyone, that it's okay to live out loud. I like to take this, especially when you're just working on one act or maybe even just one section in your act. And this is about having like an internal dialogue and having a point of view. Even if your act is pretty abstract or just traditional, bump. Choose one thing to say with your energy. Now, again, like I said, this might change in your act depending on the concept. And so maybe this is just like one section that you really want to impact, but like choose something to say. Burlesque is nonverbal, but it could be something like, I'm in control, or you find me irresistible. I don't know. Things like that. Or maybe you're going to get it. That's actually one of my favorites. You're going to get it is something that I think about in my mind when I am thinking about like mindset and inner dialogue. I use that one a lot. If you like to use that one, let me know because we probably make good friends. So stop performing for approval and pick one thing that you are saying with your act. Those 2 mindset shifts. Now, I'm not talking about, these are not confidence like mindset shifts to put into practice for, this is like specifically within your act. Stop performing for approval and choose one thing to say with your energy. Okay, so that's it. For this episode of Burlesque Playbook, we have 5 tips. Okay, so you don't even need to be loud or flashy when you do these things. Sometimes there's a lot of power in subtlety, and you can certainly make them your own. And also, don't forget, it's nice to learn rules because then you can break them, and you can break them in ways that are really intentional and clever. And that is also an effective technique. If you want to work more on your signature presence, you can always book a one-on-one coaching session with me. I have information linked below, but you can also just subscribe to my YouTube. I am posting weekly, sometimes more, tips, tricks, videos, tutorials, anything you want, really. Just, let me know. You're my boss. Pretend you're my boss and tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. Maybe. I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.